Thank you for joining us today on Kaiscast. Kaiscast is an artist platform that highlights the message behind the vision. Artists will showcase their music, poetry, business ventures, and opinions. This platform is a judge-free zone. Negative comments and or feedback are not welcome here. We respect all art in all forms because we are artists and we are sensitive about our shit. Today on Kaiscast, we welcome the co-owner of Blu Lady Wellness Boutique in Chicago. She is an educator, healer, artist, and entrepreneur. Her name is Jamilah Aleem. Ever since I've known you, you've always been into a natural and holistic lifestyle. What influences do you have to guide you along the way?
Well, influences, I guess I would say more so what I want out of myself, where I see myself in the future, in the next 10, 15, 20 years. I just want to be authentically me. So, stripping myself of everything that, as far as image-wise, stripping myself of everything and finding out who I am. And I think that's what really influences me to just live this holistic lifestyle spiritually. And as far as physically, I just want to eat good and I want to feel good and I want to live long. So if that means instead of taking, medication that a doctor is prescribing me and finding an herb that can cure what it is that I'm suffering from, then I would rather do that than to put myself in this, continuous cycle of medication, and one thing is wrong and then another thing, happens because this is wrong or I'm taking that. So I just rather just do it more, have a more natural way of treating myself.
Okay, great. Next question is, you have a wellness shop in the Beverly area of Chicago called Blu Lady. Tell us a little bit about it and what you specialize in.
Well, Blu Lady is a wellness boutique, and we have organic, handmade, and all-natural hair care, facial care, skin care. We cater to people who suffer from psoriasis, eczema, long-term abrasions and scars. We even have loose herbs and teas that cater to people who have, high blood pressure or diabetes or, prostate issues. So we have a little bit of everything for everyone. We carry tinctures, which is an herbal extract. So the teas that we have, such as a fibroid tea. Some people can't sit and drink tea. They're on the go. So the tincture is herbally extracted we use alcohol, and we allow it to sit for a number of weeks, and it's a liquid. So you can take it by a dropper full, which is a little dropper, and you can put it in your water, you can put it in your tea, or you can put it in your apple juice, orange juice, and take it orally.
That sounds good.
So we have that. Yeah, it really is. We have my favorite tincture is the fresh cleanser. So it cleanses the blood, the liver, and the spleen of toxins. So, some people, they want to do a detox, they'll do green tea or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, fresh to me, it's way better than doing a green tea. Because, green tea, you have to, take it and make sure you're around a bathroom or something like that. The fresh tincture is not as harsh as that, and it doesn't affect your body as much as a green tea would, but it will give you the same, the same concept. And I take it because I like to make sure that I flush my system of all toxins, whether I, went out the night before or I had something that I I wasn't really supposed to eat. Or, I just want to take it just to feel a little bit, to feel better and to, feel energized, which it does give you a little bit of energy. I take it all the time. We have that. We have, antique jewelry. We have crystals. We have sage. We have sweetgrass. We have incense resin. So, we have chakra candles, and we talk about chakra meditation and all different kinds of things. So it's really a holistic boutique. And we're also available to host events and pop-up shops shops and meetups and all types of things. So, I mean, this is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. So I'm happy that I'm able to give back to my community and give my people something else to look forward to. You know, another outlet.
I gotta stop by. I learned something new today.
You need to. I tell people all the time, like, it's a different kind of vibe when you go in. You know, everyone's like, oh, okay, cool. You know, but when they walk in, it's like, wow, it really feels light. It's a safe haven. You know, for people with all types of issues, like we have people come in there and they talk about their personal issues. You know, and they just want somebody that'll listen, somebody that'll give them some spiritual guidance. And not only that, just, you know, there's an issue that a doctor can't help or they're struggling with. There's something that we can do. There's something. We'll figure it out. You know, some people, they come in there and they sit for 2-3 hours to go by and they'll be like, dang, I need to go. It's just that place that we want people to feel good about going to. You know what I mean? To just let off whatever stress they have on them.
Right.
You have to stop by.
Sounds good. I will, definitely. Okay. So my next question is, as a Black community, do you feel like we view a wellness boutique in our community as a necessity, or do you feel like we think it's kind of overrated, or is it underrated, or is it just a lack of money, a lack of funding, that it's not even something that's on a lot of our radars? Because, you know, you're one of the only people that I know with a wellness boutique.
You know what? I definitely think it's underrated, but because of the people that we get that come in, they say it all the time, like, oh my God, we need something like this in our community. We need, you know, more boutiques like this. We need our people to be more informed on stuff like this. Like, they say it all the time. So I really think that it's something that not a lot of people think about opening, because maybe they're not as educated on herbs, because you really need to know, you know, you need to educate yourself on what your product is going to be. And you have to mix certain herbs and see what works well and what doesn't work well. So maybe a lot of people just aren't as educated about it or don't have the confidence to go into a business like that. But the products that I made are handmade by my mother, and she's been making products for the last 11 years. So she's had enough time and even more time to educate herself on the things that she's making. You know, so I really just think that it takes time, and it's most definitely underrated. Like, I don't know any other wellness boutiques. You don't have any place that's doing, you know, aura cleansing or tarot reading, or someone that's doing Reiki therapy, or, you know, educating people on chakra meditation. Like, you don't really have anybody that's physically present to help our people do that, because it's very important. You know, after all these years of, like, you know, researching it for myself and practicing, I realized how much of a different person I am and becoming more in tune with myself spiritually. And I think it's very important to, you know, gather yourself and kind of pull yourself in and say, okay, these are the areas that I need to work on in order to get to this level. You know, this is what I need to work on or shut out in order to reach this goal. So I think that, you know, you have those spa boutiques or whatnot, but they're not treating you on what you need to work on spiritually, or, you know, I think that even if they do have a boutique, it may be a crystal shop, and that's it. And it's not Black owned. It's really not Black owned. So when we have girls come in and they're like, yeah, you know, the crystal shop that I go to, they don't have a selection like this, or they're not like me as far as skin color is concerned. So they can't really relate. So I most definitely think that it's underrated, and not a lot of people, I think, are confident about going into that type of business without the education behind it.
Right, absolutely. I feel like we need to also spread as much awareness as we can amongst each other.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a demand for more. And if we educate each other about it, it will, in the long run, will save money on our doctor bills and our medication,
Most
because
definitely.
It's like preventative measures.
And it's natural. Like, I mean, because the doctors are there to keep you sick. Let's keep it real. Like,
Right.
that's how they get paid.
Right.
You know, they're going to give you this medication and tell you to take this medication, and then you're going to take it long term. You'll see the effect in the beginning, but then you're taking it for so many
Everyone
years.
I know who goes to the hospital either dies in the hospital or ends up getting sicker in the hospital.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true. I mean, and our goal is just to at least try to show them something different. You know, try this. Like, we can sample out, you know, we try to, you know, get them. And also, you want to educate yourself. Like, when you get in this medication and you see these ingredients on the back of the labels, go on Google and research what it is that you're taking in. You know, you want to know what it is that the doctor is giving you and how it's affecting your body.
Right.
So I think that's very important.
Yeah, absolutely. I was on Instagram, and there's this woman that I follow, and she lost her son to cancer. His name is Aiden, and there's this whole, you know, team Aiden all over Instagram. And he was like 3 years old, and she took a picture of all the medication that the doctor had given her to give him in 1 month of his life, and it was so much medication. And it's so much. Like, you know, there are other ways. There are other ways, like, period. You know, we just have to.
Yeah, that's not the end all be all. Before the pills and, you know, the doctor and the hospital, our people were treating themselves herbally. Right. That's what they were doing. That's what our ancestors were doing. They were going in the forest and picking off the herbs and, you know, mixing it up however they were mixing it and giving it to their people. So, you know, that's not the end all be all. There are other ways to treat yourself, you know. So, I mean, it's really messed up. But some people, they're like stuck in their ways. No, I'm going to go to the doctor. They're going to give me this prescription. I'm going to take this prescription. I don't know about taking no rosemary for such and such. Like, you know what I mean? They're so much more opposed to taking something natural than what a doctor is going to give you because they have it in their mind that the doctor knows.
Okay, I'm going to go on to the next question. As an entrepreneur, what are some of the toughest challenges you face growing a Black-owned business?
I think one of the toughest things is trying to get your people to believe in your product and buy your product, other Black people, and actually invest in it. Because you have those people that are like, oh, okay, I'll buy it, but how much are you going to give me off of it? You know, that's like one of my pet peeves. Like, I really cannot, I stress this all the time. And, like, hearing it all the time makes me even more upset because I've been on both ends of the spectrum. Like, I've worked in corporate retail and I work for myself. So, in corporate retail, people aren't coming into Nordstrom like, how much am I getting off? Unless there's an annual sale or something going on. You just don't expect people to go in there like, okay, so I'm spending X amount of dollars, so how much are you going to give me off because I'm spending X amount of dollars?
People are not doing that.
Exactly. So when I get that, it's like, that's one of my, like, toughest things about being an entrepreneur is trying to get people to understand, like, I'm a business as well, and just because I'm small-owned and I'm Black does not mean that you're going to get over on me, and you don't have to spend your money with me. You really don't. You can go somewhere else and spend your money, but you're not going to get a discount because you think that you can. You know? Right. So that's one of the things. And another thing, I mean, you always think about competition. That's a hard thing, too. Like, you know, everybody, you know, is doing something, and somebody may be doing something that you're doing. So trying to set yourself apart from the competition, like what makes you different from them. So that's, I mean, I would really say that, I mean, it's a challenge, but it's not that big of a challenge for me because I know that I'm in my own lane and I try not to really compare myself to other businesses. But you have to think realistically. You know, you're going to have competition out there. Another thing is trying to stay afloat, like trying to remain a business, trying to make sure that your funds are available so that you can expand. You know, so, and then you have, you know, family, other things that'll come into play, like family or like the death of my grandfather had kind of put a setback on opening up the store, but we still opened it up because he was hands-on with the store before he passed away. So things like that kind of like take into play about being an entrepreneur and the challenges that we face. And just trying to keep it fresh and new. Like, how do we keep people coming in? Like, how do we grasp people's attention so that they know that every time they come in, that it's something new, or, you know, they're going to get, like, some type of goodie. So those are, as what I can think of right now, are, like, the challenges. But they can always be something that you can overcome, you know? It's part of the business.
Yeah, so overall, it just feels as though we need to support each other more.
Yeah, I really do. Because I'm one of those type of people that I support everybody in their vision and their dreams. And I want to see everybody win. But if I don't feel like I'm getting that in return, it's not that I'm going to be spiteful and not show you any love. I'm just going to take that into consideration, that you're not humble, nor are you appreciative. So, and that is one of the things that sets us back as Black people. Like, you see the Asians and the Indians doing it for each other. Why is it that we have such a hard time doing it for us? And a lot of that takes into play because of our history. Like, we've been ripped apart from our people and our loved ones 300, 400 years ago. So we're trying to rebuild that. We've been taught to, not support one another or to hate one another. So it's just trying to get that all back. And I think that really takes into play why we don't support one another. I really do.
Okay, great. I'm going to go on to the next question.
Okay.
A while ago, I went to a wellness brunch, and there was a guest speaker, and she was talking about Black-owned business. And, Black-owned business is not something that I've ever really talked about or really just dug into. It's just always something that I've seen on social media, or, it's just kind of just like an afterthought until I started growing my own business. And then, I was like, okay, well, this is different. Like, I'm actually experiencing all the things that, I've seen other people talk about. I just didn't understand. The woman, she was saying how, one of the reasons why Black-owned businesses charge more for their products is because it's sold to them at a higher price. So they have to sell it to you for a higher price, or else, they're not going to make profit. Whereas, for example, another race of people will get it for a lower price. So I think it's important for us to keep that in mind, when we're shopping with other Black-owned businesses, that, we're not just out to get each other. Like, we're not out to rip anybody off.
We're trying to profit.
Right. We're trying to make profit so that we can give back. But into the question, in what ways can we encourage each other to shop within our own communities? Like, do we have to hold events? Do we have to pass out flyers? Like, how can we bring each other together so that we can learn to shop within ourselves and not shop at Walmart?
Right. And one thing is, you said it, Walmart, for example, the reason why you can get things cheaper at Walmart is because they have the budget to buy it in bulk. You know what I mean? Like, they can buy 1,000, toothbrushes or 2,000 toothbrushes at a cheaper price than we would be able to, because they have access to it. And because they're a bigger brand in a corporation. So for us, it's more expensive because of the route that we have to take, and because we're not on that level yet. And, our race does come into play at times, but I know, personally, it's because we have to take it out of our own pockets. You know what I mean? Walmart has the budget. They have the money sitting to the side. We have to work it into our budget in order to buy 1,000 toothbrushes.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So we have to sell it for more. But I definitely think that if we have more events, like, I'm loving all of these vending events that's going on, because I just love, communicating with my community and seeing all of what everyone has and how we can help each other, networking and sharing. Like, that's like, I love going to vending events, and we're able to support one another. Like, if I see that over at your table that you're selling something that I really like or whatnot, I'm going to buy it, you know, just like they would when they come to my table. And it's fun. I think that's definitely, holding more events is definitely how you get the information out there about who's a Black-owned business and how you can support them. I think that word of mouth, too. Like, for example, when people come, when we have events at our store, people will bring their friends, and then they'll say, oh, my God, my aunt, she loves stuff like this. I have to bring her. And then maybe 2-3 weeks later, the aunt will come in like, yeah, my niece came in here at an event you guys had and said it was dope. And then the aunt brings like 3 other people. So I think if we share the information as well, that'll help get the word out as far as like who's a Black-owned business and what product that we have and how we can support one another. So flyers too, social media. I mean, the hashtags, use the hashtags, Black-owned business, you know, click on it, you know, click on what's going on in your city as far as, like, Black-owned businesses having events, and just support. The more we do that, the more we can get it out there, and we'll be able to, you know, support one another.
Okay, good. The next question, how does wellness correlate with art, and how have you been influenced as an artist?
How does wellness correlate with art? I think for me, physically being there and seeing like all these different herbs, you know, interacting with each other to see what they do, it's a form of art to me, because it's actually amazing. Like when you mix 2 herbs and, you know, you put it on your skin and you see this eczema that you've been suffering from for 20 years just clear up and you know, become something that you didn't think you would ever become. That's art to me. Like, healing yourself is an art to me. From going from this place of, I don't think I'm going to be able to ever fix it, or, you know, it's never going to be right, or I'm never going to feel good, to going to this place where, oh my God, I feel amazing, I look good, I'm confident. That's a form of art to me. And seeing people come in there, like when we have healing events and stuff like that, wellness events, and people expressing themselves about the things that, you know, they're suffering from spiritually and what they want to achieve, and everybody just helping one another, you know, build that confidence to achieve it. Like, girl, you can do it. You know, this is where I was at this point, and this is where I am. I mean, I wrote a lot. I mean, I drew pictures. I started painting more. Like, it all comes into play. So I think that wellness helps open that part of you up so that you can express yourself and you can let go of the unnecessary, let go of the things you don't need. So, in my opinion, that's how I feel it correlates with art, and it's definitely helped me, because the more that I'm in the boutique, I'm able to focus on the things that I want to do. I'm able to focus on the things I want to write about and the new campaigns that I want to do, and, you know, the things that I want to create on Photoshop or Illustrator. It just opens my mind up more. Like, I'm able to think a little bit more clear. I'm happier.
Good. I like how you said healing is an art, because I feel the same way.
It is. It is. And it feels good, because art feels good when you do it.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is, what types of music do you play in your boutique, and how does it affect the mood of the environment?
We play all types of music. We play all types of music, from the Migos to Aaliyah to house music. For our events, though, you know, because sometimes we host the event, like we host the space. So the people that are in charge of the event, they'll have their own music that they want to play, which is cool. Like, I mean, it's your event. You're renting out the space, so you can play whatever you want to play. But a lot of the times when we have, like, really big events, we play house music. And then our DJ, he'll go into, like, the more new age stuff and, you know, Cardi B and all that other stuff. But we like to start off with house music because, I mean, we're in Chicago, we're house kids. So that's how I grew up. So
that's dope. Okay, what What encouraging words would you give to someone who's following in your footsteps, someone who wants to open up some type of business, some type of wellness business, Black-owned business, who has different projects going on, who has a family? What are just some words of advice?
To not give up. And I know that it sounds so cliche because everybody says it, but life is hard already. So don't make it harder on yourself. If it's something that you want to do, just do it. Write a plan. Try to do some research. Ask people. If you see someone that's doing something that you want to do, ask them if they can, give you their contact or how did you start or whatnot. Ask a lot of questions, but just remain confident. And if you ever feel like you're stuck in this rut where you just can't get past something or there's a blockage, I always suggest meditating, breathing, writing it down, clearing your thoughts, disconnect, give yourself time, and then, start it up again. It's hard for me even still to this day, and it's gonna keep getting harder the bigger that I allow it to grow. It's gonna keep getting harder. But I love it so much that I would never change it. I would never go back to where I was before. I can't go back to where I was before. I myself won't allow me to. Because I want to see. I'm like, oh my God, I want to see where this goes. I'm just gonna keep going. It's getting bigger and bigger, and more people are recognizing it, and it feels good. And I want to do something that makes me happy. When they say do something that makes you happy, it's gonna take you a minute to find that, and that's a part of growing. It's all a part of growing. But if you feel good and you will do it for the smallest amount of money, and it's worth it to you at the end of the day, do it. Do it, because I can tell you now, I was making thousands of dollars a week. Thousands. And I was like, ooh, I'm getting this check, but I was not happy. I was not happy. And when I left, I was like, you know what? I'm gone. I'm done. I don't care how much I was getting paid. I don't care about the people. I don't care. I want to do something that's going to make me happy and that I can feel good about. And you may not get paid as much as you want, but if you do it with integrity, it's all going to be worth it. Remain humble. That's another thing that I will say. Please remain humble. Please, please, please. And don't compare yourself to somebody that you think is more elevated than you are, because you don't know their story. And you can be at a different level than they are, and then in the next 2 months, you can be on top. I like to use Cardi B as an example because she just glue up to everybody. That's somebody that I look at in her hustle is something that I aspire to have. I want to hustle like that.
She glue up. I'm so happy for Cardi B. I love Cardi B.
I think I'm happy for her because of the hustle. If you're a true hustler and you work hard and you know what it means to work hard and get what it is that you want, then when you look at her, you're like, man, congratulations, because bitch trying to be on your level, for real. And those are my words, just keep working hard, and don't care about what nobody else says. It doesn't matter. Those people are not going to matter in the next 2 weeks. Somebody will say something to me and it'll throw me off. In a day or two, I'll be fine. I'm like, oh, okay, bitch. All right, let me show you. So I'm going to use that information to go ahead and do what I got to do, because you trying to shit on me now, and I ain't with it. I'm not with it. I'm going to show you who I am and what I'm about. And if you really, truly believe in yourself, you know that it'll happen. It will happen. It can happen. So, and I'm still working to get to the level that I want to be. I want to be living on the beach with a cocktail in my hand.
I feel you, girl.
And my money, my checking account is just ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Without me even having to move.
Okay. You just got to lift your pinky.
Right. The only time I lift my pinky is to take a sip. That's where I'm trying to be.
Yeah.
So, but work hard. Keep working because he sees it. Absolutely. He sees it, and he rewards his followers. And that's just what it is.
What other projects are you working on, and what can our listeners look forward to seeing and hearing from you?
I'm always working on something because I am, multifaceted over here. I never stop. But I have a clothing line. It's more of like a comfortable apparel line. It's for the girls who like being comfortable and edgy and stylish without having to wear a tight fashion overdress. So, I like to be comfortable all the time. But it's called Natural Babe. And I have crew necks and hoodies and sweatshirts and sweatpants and T-shirts and tank tops. And it's for all the natural babes out there, whether you wear your hair in a natural protective style or you have just a natural way of your hair, period. It's for you. So I'm working on that. My sweat line is coming out in the next week. 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, my line will be out for the sweatsuits and everything.
Gotta cop that.
And then, yes, you do have to cop it. All of my natural babes, y'all have to cop. I got that, and that's going to be a continuous thing. Like, Natural Babe is never going to stop. So eventually, in the springtime, I'm going to have a fashion show to really showcase, the variety of things that I have. So that's one thing. And the second thing that I have, I'm working on some music. Like, I've always been a writer. Always, always, always. I've just been very quiet about it because it's so sacred to me, and I don't like to share, those type of things. But I'm getting more into putting my writing into lyrics and putting my lyrics on a beat. So, and I'm not doing any singing. I don't want to call myself a rapper, but I want to call it more of a lyricist. It's like poetry.
Or a poet? Yeah.
Poet.
Yeah.
So now, I did my first song, and I feel like, I need to be at the Grammys or something, but I've just been writing, and I've been really into it and really feeling it. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing, I'm just trying to become more of a spiritual healer for people. I specialize in crystal healing and tarot reading and energy readings, and I've been practicing that for the last 3 years. And people just come to me and they want a reading, or they need some help spiritually, and I give my advice, and I'm always open to it, and it helps me a little bit as well. So those are the things, as far as projects that I'm working on. My music passion project and my clothing line is a project, and then just helping people spiritually heal is something that I'll always be a part of, especially being at a wellness boutique. So
dope. Okay, Jamilah, so before we wrap up, tell us the name of your boutique and also leave your social media information.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the boutique is called Blu Lady Wellness Boutique, and we're located at 1805 West 95th Street. And our handle for Instagram is Blu Lady Wellness Boutique. And then my handle for Instagram is Jamilah Aleem, JamilaHaleem. And the website for the boutique will be www.nadias, NAADIAS, pure, the word pure, PURE, and then relief, the word relief, RELIEF. So .com. So you're gonna check us out, come see us, come talk to me. I'm in there all the time, give me some company, give me something to go off of for the rest of the week. And I love to see you guys' faces. Support us, of course. And we have an event coming up February 3rd, Saturday, at 6 p.m. It's a Healing the Heart Chakra forum. So we have a spiritual healer that's flying in from California to come talk to everybody about healing your heart chakra and what to do, what not to do, and how to gain more self-confidence in yourself. It's just a time for Valentine's Day. We didn't want to do it for Valentine's Day weekend, so we're doing it the weekend before. So come check us out, 6 p.m., February 3rd, Healing the Heart Chakra. And you'll check out the link. You'll see the link when you check out, our handles or whatnot. Go check us out online and everything, and you'll see the link.
Thank you for making KaisCast a part of your day. Tune in every Monday for full interviews with more great artists. KaisCast is streamed on SoundCloud at KaisCast and at www.NikkiKaneKaiser.com. That's www.knikkikayser.com.